Hey Geekery fans, my name is James Spry. I'm from San Diego, California, and I have a large Star Wars collection that I was asked to show off to you. So I was going to start off with some blasters, move on to some lightsabers, and then throw some extra goodies in between. So let's get started with some blasters. So here are my blasters, just a few of them. I have a combination of 3D prints, I have resin, I have repaints of Nerf, and also of Hasbro. So here's a quick run through of them. I'll go through each one in just a bit to give you an idea of what each piece is. So we'll start off with the Death Trooper blaster rifle. This is a Nerf repaint with added features. I added the in part. I also added some side greeblies and then changed the stock. These are not super screen accurate, but hey, it looks really cool and I like it. This is a Ruby's modified Princess Leia blaster that I made for Vice Admiral Haldo. These are Hasbro repaints. These are back from the early 2000s. This is my first 3D print I ever did of Rey's blaster. I thought it came out really nice. It got me addicted to the 3D prints. This is also partially 3D print and just a plastic base. That's Hans from Hoth. This is another Ruby's repaint modification of Princess Leia's blaster. I had to use two different ones because of this front part. I had to use two pieces and I got the squares I found online. They're just stickers. So that's one of my favorite blasters. I really love that one. This one I actually purchased off of Etsy. This is from the Ukraine. I didn't do anything to this one except put it on my wall. This is part of the Clone Trooper blaster rifle set that come in mini pieces. This is just the basic blaster for the Clone Troopers that I painted. The original one with white and blue and orange. It was not pretty, but it looks much better black. And then this is another Hasbro repaint of the Boba Fett. This is smaller than the actual rifle that Boba Fett used, but it still looks pretty cool on the wall. Krennic's is a 3D print. I recommend Treywick Designs on Etsy. He has some great stuff. This is a Scout Trooper blaster. This is the first blaster I ever did. This is back from probably 2004. It looks like a recast of the 80s toy line from Kenner. So it's not actually screen accurate. The real one's actually smaller. I have one on order, but it's delayed because of the COVID. 3D print of Jyn Erso's. These are Ruby's repaints. They're both the same. This one, I just added a wooden dowel. So I snipped this part off and I put this on the end, put a wooden dowel, and ta-da! You got Princess Queen Amidala's blasters. This is a Hasbro modified blaster. This is the first modification I ever did. This is also from the early 2000s, but it still has lights and sound and everything, which is kind of cool. And then up here, this is the same as this one, except this is the rifle version. Just repainted that, and I thought that looked pretty cool. I got those back when they were affordable. Now they're extremely expensive. And this is also a Nerf repaint. I purchased the scope off of Etsy, and then did some other modifications to it. The stock is different, and also the emitter part is different. These are 3D prints I also got off of Etsy. I haven't done anything with these. I just stuck these on the wall, but I do want to redo them because you can see a lot of print lines and I want to get rid of those. So it's on my bucket list of things to redo. Grievous is a Hasbro repaint. This is a Hasbro Rebel blaster. This is the one before Nerf took over. I think this actually shot Nerf darts. Yeah. This is a Nerf one. This still has sound. This is the Ruby's Princess Leia one. That is that and that. But this one is just plain black. Put it on your wall. It looks really cool. This here is a Nerf repaint of Poe Dameron's. And this is a 3D print. I went with K2SO on the label because you see him use it a lot in Rogue One near the end, and I just thought it was cool. By the way, all of my display pieces I made on Photoshop. These are frames for photo booth pictures, so I just made the design to fit these, and it gives it a classy look to it. And then you got the Hasbro Battle Droid blaster. And then moving up, you got 3D prints. These are also Treywick Designs. These are Tobias Beckett's. I went with the color scheme at the latter half of the movie because I didn't like the silver ones all that much. I prefer the darker ones. And then you have Kira's blaster, also Treywick Designs 3D print, great stuff. And this is a more 3D printed items. The base is a plastic Mauser and the rest are 3D prints. And you got Luke, a lot of resins, and also the plastic base for the Mauser. And this is one of my favorite pieces. This is the bowcaster. This thing is huge. This is also a 3D print. This one I did a couple months ago, but it turned out really good. Very happy with it. So why don't we move on to some lightsabers since you've seen the blasters. So we'll start off with Anakin's. This is his from episode 2 and then episode 3. And this is the Korbanth. This is a Hasbro with a removable blade. I do not have the blade. I bought it off the eBay really cheap. The electronics don't work, but it looks great on the shelf. And then you got a Korbanth 2.0 lightsaber for Kylo Ren's. And this is a Hasbro Darth Maul with the blades removed. I removed the blades because I left the batteries in too long. The acid ate and destroyed the electronics. So now it's a shelf piece. This is what was considered a master replica's stunt saber. So this is just a solid saber, no electronics or anything. This is an 89 Sabers Mace Windu. It's a beautiful saber. This is a Hasbro Kit Fisto. This has a removable blade. This is one of the only sabers I have that actually work. And this is Saberforge Shakti and Saberforge Plu Koon. I added the blue just to make it more fun. I also painted one of the buttons black. This is a Hasbro Yoda with the blade removed. And it's Coyote Mundi from Saberforge. This is Jyn Erso's Kyber Crystal. I got this off eBay. I made the display. This Qui-Gon's from Saberforge. This is a Korbanth Obi-Wan Kenobi. This is my all-time favorite lightsaber. I just love this to death. Ben Solo's lightsaber. This is a 3D print. I got this not too long ago. The metal ones are very expensive and I just can't afford those right now. So I went ahead and made this one, but it looks really cool. I thought it turned out really well. I really like it. This is another Hasbro FX lightsaber with the blade removed. All the blades are removed because I left the batteries in too long and they all got corroded. So now they're just wonderful shelf pieces. And this is Rey Skywalker's lightsaber from the Rise of Skywalker, another 3D print that I made. It's really nice. I really love that one. Now we'll move on to the other side of the living room. Here we have Luke's Return of the Jedi lightsaber. You got a resin Han Solo Return of the Jedi blaster. And then, of course, Leia's ship and Han's, actually that's Lando's Millennium Falcon. The figures are Disney Infinity. And then here we have some Unleashed figures. The ships are all X-Wing miniature ships. They just look great on the shelf and go well with the displays. And then you got a Korbanth Sidious that I repainted to give it the rose gold. And then you got some more Unleashed figures of Han the Stormtrooper. Got Dio, bobblehead, Chewie. This is Spin Master BB-8. I redid it to make him dirty. And you get some more Unleashed here. And of course, Baby Yoda. You can't have a collection without Baby Yoda. Then we got some Sphero droids. That's a Harry Potter Stitch. Got some more Baby Yodas. Got Leia's Saber from Rise of Skywalker. That's Korbanth. That came out not too long ago. And then my daughter knitted me the BB-8. That's a Funko Pop. And you got some more Baby Yodas as well. So we have some Unleashed figures. These actually you can still get on eBay for pretty affordable prices in my opinion. I just think they're the best figures. They're awesome. Then we got some more droids, Unleashed figures, more droids. Oh, this one here, that one, is the Bandai half-scale BB-8. That's a fantastic model. It's stupid expensive, but it's a fantastic model. So if you can afford it, I would get it. This is a Build-A-Bear Chewbacca, named Chewbacca, of course, and I purchased him a medal because you gotta have a medal. Luke Saber, and then the sequel trilogy characters. You got Leia's hollow beacon in the background there, and some more Disney Infinity characters. More Force Unleashed figures. Little Trek love there, and some Matrix. And then we got some more Sabers here. We got Mauls, Asajj Ventress. These are 3D prints. And this is one of my favorite displays, Ahsoka Tano. Cool display with both her Clone Wars and her Rebels Saber, and that is those are all 3D prints. And then his Ezra staple gun, blaster, and lightsaber. That is actually just a repaint that I did of the toy version with the blade that pops out. It's the one that comes with the shooting plastic bullet things. And then his season 3 one is actually Saber Forged. That's a metal one. And it's a 3D print of Kanan Jarrus. And then you got the Dark Saber, you got the Clone Wars versions and the Rebel version. Riot Baton, and also a Jedi Holo projector and a comlink. So lots of fun there. Here on my coffee table, it's glass, has a little shelf on it. Get rid of the glare, but this is my Rebels section. And we also have the Millennium Falcon Lego set. And then some more Infinity characters and a pod racer. And then we have the pod racer. I built this a couple months ago during the COVID lockdown. I needed something to do, and I had this for years just sitting, waiting to be built. And so I built it. I thought it turned out very well. I was very happy with it. So that's my collection, a bunch of it, not all of it. I have more things coming in. I'm always making something, always changing things. But that's the basics of my collection. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, you can always message me on Facebook. Just search for James Spry. I don't really have a social media presence otherwise. I'm on some blaster groups and some lightsaber groups, but I don't do that much on them. So if you really have any questions or any comments, or just want to say, hey, just send me a message on Facebook. Again, James Spry, S-P-R-Y. Thank you very much for watching, and have an awesome day and a great rest of the year.